Hi, this is rainworld. In its existence, it's had one base game and 2 DLCs, and more mods than you can count. I've played it for quite some time now, so I decided to make a video on it. I want to explain why things are the way they are, and what that is, or whatever that is. Sit back and relax while I take you on a tour of everything rainworld. Every building that can be seen was made by something, but what? Not many things in the game can even comprehend simple things, so who made it? And the answer to that was an extinct species called ancients. Ancients are very similar to humans in their intellect and architecture, and they were the main cause of everything in the game. But where are they? They're all dead. But if you've played in Rainworld, you might think you can't die because of the cycle, and if you don't know what the cycle is, it's a force that makes sentient creatures of Rainworld never be able to die. If you are to die, you get put where you last slept, and the ancients were aware of this. Not being able to die sucks, so they wanted it to end. And to solve their problems, they made the iterators. Iterators are giant superstructures with part organic and part artificial super machines with the one purpose to solve problems of the ancients. And eventually the ancients dug deep enough to discover the abyss. In game, the abyss is where the player ascends, and ascent is death without rebirth, so you can officially die with end. So the ancients tested it with some of success, but others were corrupted and morphed into monsters, known as echoes. As becoming an echo is worse than death, the ancients were a bit not willing to go into the abyss. As your karma was too low, a price worse than death was coming after you. Karma is a system where death lowers it, while sleep increases it. But eventually a mass extinction happened. I'm not sure why, but all the ancients ascended. Gone for good, right? Now with all the ancients gone, the next intelligent life form down the line are the iterators. It's not said how many iterators there are, but we know there's at least 6 at the lowest. I mentioned earlier that it were giant supercomputers made by the ancients to solve problems of the cycle. And with the ancients gone, it didn't really have much to do. But things they did do were text each other and play games. But one iterator had different plans, and his name was Sliver of Straw. Sliver is an iterator we actually get to see in challenge mode, and he, just like the ancients, wanted an end. And he made a 3-step formula called the triple affirmative to be able to die, and then he vanished. This made a divide in iterator ideology. People could go with Sliver's beliefs or go against. One of the main iterators, Five Pebbles, is where the game takes place. Five Pebbles is a younger iterator, and so he was very bored of being alive, so he looked for a way to make an end. And to do that, he needed an energy. Energy for iterators is gained from water and then rapidly turned into steam, which explains all the heavy rain, as the steam has to go somewhere. But another iterator, Looks to the Moon, was built unusually close to Five Pebbles. Because of this, Five Pebbles took all of Moon's water, and Moon was struggling a lot, as she had no water to use. Moon, who was the older iterator, had a tool to use against younger iterators, such as Five Pebbles, to send a signal and tell them to stop. But Pebbles, being a naive teenager, he got cancer from the incident. Cancer in this game is called rot, and they act in a very similar way to each other. Because Moon gave Pebbles super cancer, Pebbles just kept taking all the water just to kill Moon, and with enough of this, Moon was left damaged and broken, and Pebbles was left rotting away with cancer. That's most of what's happened before the game. Next time I'll be talking about what's happened during the game. This one took a lot longer than the other one to make, even though it's probably shorter. That's it. Bye.